How are you? I think you will all fine. Students, today we will start the chapter number 2 of accountancy, theory base of accounting. And under this chapter we will discuss some important rules, or you can say principles of accounting. Student, so before starting the theory base of accounting, I would like to tell, in the past time when business has very small size, then only a single person can handle the business and can prepare the informations about the business, and a single person able to record all the things of the business. When business become very vast, then the level of informations become huge and it is out of control of a single person. I mean to say, single persons unable to record all the things in scientific methods. And second thing is, in past time, different businessmen try to record all the business information in own ways. So there is a personal biasness. So accounts may be full of defects or may be full of errors. So to remove this kind of problems, different accounts expert sit together and try to make the standardized rules which are universally accepted, right? So now we will discuss what are the rules basically accepted by the people or accepted by the accounts experts. Let me discuss. See here. Past time single businessman prepare books. Business expanded many owner involved and keep records with own way. So all these create confusion. All create confusions or accounts with full of errors. Now in today time following principles which are commonly accepted by all are used. So now times some principles are developed and basically universally accepted by the people and accepted by the accountants or account experts, and they are used in every area of the world, right? The first principle is going concern assumption. First is going concern assumption. Going concern assumption. Going concern assumption. So student, what the meaning of going concern assumption? It means that our business going for very long time. Going for very long time. Now the question is that how it can be seen that we follow this type of assumption or this type of rule. So student, generally you see कि when we are preparing the books, then generally we arrange depreciation. Right? Why? We calculating the depreciation to know the book value of assets. Why we calculate the book value of assets? Because we don't want to sell the assets. We want these assets will be used in the next year. We are interested to know the book value instead of market value. So when we record the depreciation in the books, when we find the book value of the assets, that means we are follow the going concern assumption rule. It means we are interested to use the assets again in the next year. That means our business doesn't go for close down. Our business are going for very long time. So this is the first assumption, going concern assumption. Right? Now second is consistency assumption. Second is consistency assumption. Student, consistency assumption basically tells us if we select the one method of calculating the depreciation, or if we select the one method to evaluate the closing stock, then we will follow the same method in the coming years. We don't try to change the methods. If we try to change the methods, it will have bad impact on our profit. So student, if you select the one method in the current year, you will follow same method in the next year for the calculation of depreciation, or you can say for the calculation of closing stock. No accountant will try to change the methods. So that's why consistency assumption tells us that method, if we selected once, we do not try to change it. Right? Now third assumption is accrual assumption. Third is accrual assumption. So what the meaning of accrual assumption? Accrual assumption means कि revenue is recognized when it is earned, but expenses is recognized when obligation on the payment arises. Cash may be received or paid in advance or simultaneously on accrual or on a later date. Right? That means what this assumption tells us? This assumption tells us we should note down the every income and expenses, whether it is paid or pending to pay, and all income whether it is received or pending to receive. All the information we should note down in the books. This is the accrual assumption. Nice. In the other way, we can say we should note down the expenses paid in cash, or we should note down the expenses which are outstanding, that means pending to pay. In the same way, we should note down the income which we received in cash, and we should also note down the income which is still pending to receive it. Okay स्टूडेंट, चलिए स्टूडेंट, इसके बाद हम बात करेंगे कुछ कंसेप्ट्स की. ठीक है, इसके बाद कुछ बात करेंगे कॉन्सेप्ट्स की. ठीक है Student, now we will discuss the accounting concepts. There are 8 types of accounting concepts. Today we will discuss the 5 types of accounting concept. So first accounting concept is a business entity concept. Like business entity concept. In this concept, we try to explain that business and businessman both are the different persons. Like business is an artificial person or owner is a real person. Right? When just we making the entries of capital investment and when we make the entry of drawings. So these two entries basically tells that we should follow or we are following the concept of business entity concept. Every business, when the entry of capital investment or entry of drawing if recorded in the business, that means we are following business entity concept. That means we are considering that business and businessman both are different person, right? And second concept is a money measurement concept. Money measurement concept means that we should note every information which are expressed in terms of money. If the business information cannot be expressed in terms of money, we will not record it in the business. Right? So every money value should be noted down in the books of accounts. Third one is student accounting period concept means that we should start our business year from 1st April to the 31st of next year. This is the standard period. Every businessman always start the business from 1st April to 31st March of next year and prepare the books for that period. Second last concept is a cost concept, that we should record the assets in our business at the cost price on which we are actually purchased. And the last is dual aspect concept. In this concept, we should record two sides of every information. One side is debit and second side is credit, and debit side is always equal to credit side. Okay student, so these are the 5 principles. Thank you. Next video we will see next.